Yo everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a slightly different video. We're not going to have an episode of A Path to Glory today. We're actually going to be discussing all things FIFA 23. I've seen a couple of Nepenthes' videos discussing the state of FUT 23 and also the new promo of the Trophy Titans, where it's going to be basically heroes and icons but not promo cards. Something like that. I'm not quite sure. But I wanted to know, do you think FIFA 23 has been a good game or a bad game? For me, I'm very mixed on it because in the one sense there's been a lot of content and it's been very easy to get a good team. So you haven't had to sweat and worry about missing out every week. But, you know, you could have played like 15, 20 games every week and you could easily keep up and get a good team. But the flip side of that is, as someone who would normally like to grind the game, I would put 100 games into it a week if I felt the return was there to improve my team. We haven't had that. So this year, you know, Rivals is capped 7 wins a week. You can't get more than that. You've got FUT Champs, which is capped at 20 games, and then your playoffs, which are capped at 10. So, you know, you can't get in on a Monday night and grind Rivals, Tuesday night grind Rivals because you've really got the FIFA bug. No, it's limited. And then hit and miss promos depends on if there's a lot to play for in the menus and in the friendlies. So at the moment, we've got a lot to play for in the friendlies, but we've had weeks where we've had nothing. We've had just silver stars, we've had just one objectives player, and then milestones, which are way behind the power curve, that they're just not even worth going for. So I think this year it's generally been really easy to gain fodder, but it's been really difficult to get coins. So I think every week we can get roughly, if you're an average player or maybe just above average like me, I've been able to get qualify every week, hit rank 5, which is 11 wins. But then also, if you hit 9 wins, the reward isn't that insanely different. But if you hit rank 5 every week, I don't know about Rivals because I haven't played Rivals in so long. But rank 5 champs, you probably get about 60k coins back with the Team of the Week pack, an Ultimate pack, and a 50k pack. So that's minimum 60k coins back. Plus, if you do hit anything, whether it's a promo card, icon, or whatever, you know, even just fodder that goes for like 50, 60k, you know, you're getting at least 60k back there. Plus your red picks, which then are used as fodder, or your player picks now is used as fodder. So it's quite hard to generate that. And then playoffs, if you only get 4 wins, probably generates about 10k at minimum. And then if you hit something big, it's obviously there. And then Rivals, if you happen to take the coin option, you know, unless you're right in an elite division, I've not seen once where the coins is a crazy amount. You're looking at like 100k a week minimum if you played, you know, your champs, your playoffs, and you're in a high vision in Rivals to then get coins. But the flip side is the fodder side. If you took the untradeable packs in Rivals and then you grind like the objectives when they're there, and you know, a first donor Fiesta and stuff like that, you're getting a lot of fodder packs back. So like, take at the moment with the FUT birthday stuff, you know, you're getting the swaps tokens to get then fodder packs. You know, the 85 times 10, then when you open it, what you do, you put them into an icon SBC. So it's really easy to get, you know, fodder to then get your icon packs, your hero packs, your SBC players. You know, it's just quite easy like that. So if I take a look at my team that I've got on the main account, so this isn't the Path to Glory account, this is my main account. I've got 2.6 million in the bank at the moment, but that's because I got very lucky and I packed I packed Van Dijk Team of the Year tradable, so that was about 1.8 million coins. But this is the team that I'm using at the moment in like whenever I play FUT Champs, and it's all untradeable. So this whole team costs a lot. It's valued a lot. So, you know, Hakimi, I was lucky enough to pack Hakimi, Perez, untradeable during Team of the Year. Then I did, I also got Koulibaly and Cancelo untradeable. Then I did Ramos, Mane, and Xabi Alonso during Team of the Year. Then, since then, I got lucky and I packed Gavi. All this team is fully untradeable except Peter Crouch, which I just wanted to try 5-star skills and all that, and he was about 150k. Oh, sorry, 230k. So everyone else here is untradeable. So my team is worth probably, I think, maybe like 5 million coins or something like that. But it's actually transfer market value is 0 because I can't sell them. So if I then wanted to improve on this team, every position I'm looking at is going to be a crazy amount. If I'm looking at striker, I've got abundance of very good strikers, of like 8 out of 10 strikers. You know, I've got Keane, Sanchez. I've got Smolarek on my bench, mid Dalglish. You know, Bale could theoretically play that. I've got Richarlison. You know, I've got a good range of like decent strikers, but no one that's going to be that next step up. You know, a 93 Mbappe, a prime Puskas, a mid R9, or anyone like that.
So it's really hard to then get the coins unless, you know, I'm going to have to be saving weeks and weeks and weeks just to hit a card like that. Because if my luck's not in, I'm getting 100k a week, that's going to take me 20 weeks to try and get a 2 million coin striker. So it's really difficult to do, and that's just one position. So try to do that for the whole team. That's why I think everyone ends up going to packs and untradeable. And like for me, every time I've bought a card, like this Peter Crouch perfect example, I bought it to have a bit of fun. 230k, I bought it 3 weeks ago, I think it was. Now when you look at him, he's under 100k now. So I've lost like 150k on him, and he's played 80 times for me, which is like 3 weeks, but I would have only earned 300k from that. So if I've got on one player, I've lost 150k from 3 weeks of having him in my club. I'm running at like a quarter of the coins that I'm actually spending on one player, like what I'm earning back. So if I have that on every player, then I'm just going to be running at a loss the entire time. And that is why I then went untradeable, because I was sick of losing so many coins on players when I just want to try them out. Like if you looked at most people's teams, when I did stream and when I watch other streamers and they do team reviews, a lot of people have very good teams. A bit like mine, where it's like you've got 3 or 4 icons, 3 or 4 heroes in, and then a couple of other players around there. But I can almost guarantee that at least 8 or 9 of them players in them teams are all untradeable. Because like I said, is when you've gone on to, like, take for example Foot Birthday. Great promo, so much to do this week, you know, and last week, you know, you go into your objectives, you know, you've got the foot swaps to start with, but, you know, you go into this, so you've got the champ's objective, so it's untradeable, 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 player pick, untradeable, untradeable, untradeable. Like, look how much fodder you're going to get there, right? You're probably going to amass, enough to do maybe an 87 or an 86 rated squad, probably to do that, with a 5 as well, you know, over 2 weeks, you've got that. Then if you go down and, you know, you've got your normal the player there that isn't going to get in, like my team, for example, someone who plays the game a lot. You've then got Foot Birthday Cup, which again is fodder, fodder, fodder. And again, you're then going to get enough there to maybe do an 85. So out of just them 2 objectives, you've got enough to do the new hero pack, the Foot Fantasy of a World Cup hero pick, sorry. So, you know, you do that like I did on my spare account. I did it on my account and I didn't get anyone. I think I got Joe Cole as my best player. So he doesn't get in my team. I've got to then just get lucky and get like a Ginola, for example, as the best way to kind of improve my team. Then, you know, you've got your draft stuff, which I've already done some of them. So that's more packs. So it is all good content. You know, it's all good. You know, you're playing and you're getting packs and you're having fun that way because you're getting some decent packs back. But then when you don't get anything in them packs, where do they go? Into SPCs. To then get your big hero pack or something like that. Hence why everyone's untradeable. And then similar Foot Birthday. Well, this gives you obviously all loads of unique players. It's quite a good objective. I'm not a fan of going and doing these, so I won't do them because they're not going to get in my team. Then First Owner Fiesta. Again, a few more fodder packs, and it's all good. It's all like good and enjoyable. If you need him a fodder or because you've got your eyes set on doing an icon pack, it is amazing. It's exactly what you want. But if you're then trying to improve your team, actually know you're going to improve your team by getting coins and then buying the player you want. So, for example, me, if I wanted to buy, say, that Foot Fantasy Ginola, don't know how much he is, to be honest, right now, but let's say he's 2 million coins. If I'm then trying to buy it, or I'm trying to buy him and, say, Prime Puskas, for example, it's then going to be hard to improve my team to then get to that amount because there's just no way of getting enough coins. I'm limited to 100k a week by just grinding champs, playoffs, and rivals, and I can only do it then 30 games in a week. I can't do 30 games on a Monday, 30 games on a Tuesday, 30 games on a Wednesday if I wanted to. I'm limited to just that. So that for me is where this year's been a bit of an L, and for some reason I can't. Oh, show off. So yeah, it's a bit of an L really. So if I go down and then also, if I've not done it on this account, I can't remember. But yeah, then if you go into the swaps, for example, the swaps are always popular and things like that because then you go into the swaps and it's like everything here is obviously untradeable stuff. So you've gone in and you've done swaps, you've gone into the gameplay and got that, and you say do this card, this one here. You know, you get 25 swaps tokens, so you do the road to the final player pick, and then you say pack nothing in that, right? Where does that go? Into another SBC. So if I did that and then do like I did normally, and I got the 85 times 10, for example, no matter what I got in there, so in terms of this pack, I got absolutely nothing. I think I got Lafont, Foot Birthday, and everything else was non-rare. Sorry, was rare. So that all went into another icon pack. So in the end, everything is led towards an untradeable pack to then put in your account. And you then don't want to go away from that untradeable pack, untradeable team, because everyone else you do then buy out after that won't be as good unless you get like one player. So if I then spent 2.5 million, what I've got right now in my club on a team, it's not going to be as good as a team I've got now. So I get shoehorned into just using the players that I'm luckily packed, because there's a good chance that I won't even get another good player. And the other thing with untradables is you just have to look at the store as to where they want you to spend your coins. Not your coins, spend your FIFA points. So if you, first things first, don't spend FIFA points. They're not worth it. They really are not worth it. But if you are going to, and you really, your parents or whoever's giving you some FIFA points, and you've got to save up for 2,000, I'd always recommend spending on these 500 FIFA points ones. Don't even think about trying to do the, trying to get the like icon one. It's just not worth it. But my point with all of this is you have some FIFA points to do, and these happen every week. So it's not even just 1 week this. Every week they bring out this 500 FIFA point pack. They set the other one, and then this one's tradable, but they're all untradeable. All the ones that are decent value for money, value for FIFA points, are all untradeable. So untradeable, 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 and untradeable, and untradeable. So if you've got 3,000 or 2,500 FIFA points for 450,000 coins, look at this. The tradable one is then actually 3,000 FIFA points is worth 150,000 coins. So they're really trying to go, oh, look, come and get this pack, spend your FIFA points on 3,000, because this pack should be worth 500,000 FIFA points, whereas this other one you were thinking about opening is actually only worth 150,000 FIFA points. So come and buy this one instead because it's worth more. But then what happens is you open this pack, if you don't pack anything that goes into your team, so like, for example, me, unless I packed, the top cards right now, say if I packed for Eusebio or Maldini, I'm buzzing, for example. But if I didn't, and I say only got, even that Timo Werner card, for example, best case scenario, because it's probably not even going to get that, I'm then only going to be able to put everything else in that pack back into an SBC, which is then in turn going to either be a player or another pack. Which then, if you look at like the players, don't get me wrong, there's some good players you can grind, but it's then a very limited amount of players that you can then put in your team. So if I then had like so much fodder, whatever, like I had too much fodder, what could I go and do? What could I do as an SBC that would improve my team? I mean, if I was managed to get swaps token, this Alan Shearer card, interesting, but it unfortunately swaps, so I can't. But yeah, this Mbappe card, for example, I could grind to this Mbappe card, but if I'm using this entire, how much money and fodder that's going to use up? It's not even like 1085 rated squads. It's 88 rated squads. It's hard to get an 88 rated squad, no matter what you get. Even the 85 times 10 pack is still only going to give you like 288 rated cards. So it's not even like achievable with grinding the game this, because it's not as if it's like 10 or 15 or 20 85 rated squads. Then it would be. There's no way of getting a certainty of 88 plus fodder. So that's going to be costing coins. And then outside of that, there is nothing much here that is that top level to be able to get in a team like mine. Maybe Zambrotta, but that's like that. Maybe Kante. I guess Kante could. And then this is that card I could kind of grind. But the upgrade of Kante from Gavi or, Vieira, it's not that much. And it's going to cost me a hell of a lot to get that and commit to that. All this like mid-Cruyff, then fair enough, it's a grind. And these are about the only two cards that are kind of there. But for how much effort and how much fodder it then takes to put into it, I could do, in my mind, I could do 5 or 6 hero and icon packs and potentially get Prime Cruyff. Probably won't, but it's more fun, is how I would see it. Because it's more random, and I'm not a huge fan on FIFA nowadays of actually trying to get the meta team, because I've been playing the game since FIFA 10. in terms of Ultimate Team, I've also played it a lot since FIFA 17, so I don't play necessarily the like get the meta cards to get the best rank because I've done it so much and I don't think it's worth the stress. So I kind of want just random. I want to just use the players that's just kind of thrown at me because I can't go and experiment because then I lose all my coins. So I end up not enjoying the game fully because we then just end up in this situation where I've just got such like a 90 to 95% team, and it's only that top tier that can get into my team. So in that regard, that's why I kind of have stopped playing on this account. I do champs like every week as such, but I'll only generally spend about 2 hours playing, and I'll aim for 9 or 11 wins. I'm not that fussed to try and get the highest rank because I just don't think the game's fit enough to be played at a competitive level. I think there's too many game-breaking glitches and everything like that. And this is why I started a second account, because I felt like I'd hit a limit on how much I could achieve on this account without spending so much time or money on the game. And even so much time, that would more mean doing like SBC grind as opposed to just playing the game, like just playing FIFA. Like if I could play Rivals over and over again, I might be tempted to do that because 7 wins to then get something. 7 wins to get something. But I've got to wait till the following Thursday to then get my reward for playing the game, which it frustrates me because if I wanted to play FIFA and upgrade my team on a Monday, I can't. I've got to wait. If it's like, oh, get me some FIFA pack, get me some packs to then open, get some tradable players to then sell to then improve my team, I can't. And so that's why I've started a second account. I started 2 weeks ago. We can't use any SBC players. We can't buy anything off a transfer market. Everything we've got to use is from a pack. So it's really enforcing that pack stereotype. And that's why I've started it, because there's so many packs available. And this is a team we've managed to build with just 2 weeks of the game. So we've managed to do the year in review player pick 3 times, I think. Twice. We've managed to get lucky in packs as well. And then we've also done an upgrade as the mixed campaign bag that we got Bremer out of. We have got more on the account as well, but we've been uploading the progression of this account on YouTube. So if you do want to see how we've got to this stage already, I think it will be on episode 8 by the time you're watching this. So feel free to go and have a look at them. But this just shows how easy FIFA is now. It's just so easy to get a decent team. And if I had been able to spend money on players as opposed to having to SBC everything and having to use players in everything, and I can't even grind the upgrades, for example, I'd have so many more coins and such a better team as well. But even for the stage we're in, 2 weeks old, and we've got this team. I remember back on FIFA 10 or FIFA 11, it took 2 weeks just to get it just took 2 weeks to get like Javier Hernandez. It was an 82 rated striker. So I don't know. I'm not convinced by FIFA at the moment. I'm hoping that EASFC will be better, and I'm hoping they take it in a different like way. I don't think they will, because at the moment they've got a huge monopoly regarding foot champs and everyone trying to get the best team to compete there. So I don't think they will move it, but I'm hopeful. Well, let me know what your opinion is in the comments down below. I'm always intrigued to know your opinion. But in the meantime, if you have made it this far, thank you so much. And if you have enjoyed, make sure to like as well and subscribe. And I will catch you later.